Hello everyone, I'm Chester44, also known as Fly, and welcome to this Let's Play of Neverwinter Nights, Darkness over Daggerford. Last episode, we walked through a bit of the town, and happened to find a bunch of bandit dwarves. It took several attempts, but we did manage to kill them, and at least got a helmet, which I'm not keen about the penalty of the -1 listen penalty, but it's not the most important. Intelligence is a boost, and I guess we have the sonic saving throws. It's not the most fancy. Anyway, let's take a look at these various people. Let's start with Burnus Telrot.
I bid you hello.
I bid you hello, stranger. Would you grant me a few moments of your time? I have a business proposition that may be of interest to you. This halfling's face is almost completely in shadow, hidden within the dark folds of his woolen cloak.
Yes?
Is there some reason you choose to hide your face from view? I am scarred, disfigured. I do not wish to discuss it further, as it has little bearing on my proposition for you. I am sorry for drawing attention to your deformity. Please continue, good halfling. Before we continue this line of questioning, I would ask that you speak to the bard standing close to Fullbar. Tell him you wish to hear the tale of Peridus the Great. Once you've heard his tale, return to me, and I will reveal my plans to you in full. Very well, I shall hear this bard's tale and return once I've done so. The bard standing close to Fullbar. Jory Fontalis, I suppose.
Hail, traveler.
Hail, traveler, is there something I can do for you? From this elf's elaborate dress and sophisticated manner, you deem him to be some type of bard or trained thespian. I'm just having a drink and enjoying a bit of lively conversation. Which is what pud life is for, my friend. Enjoy your time in the Happy Cow. Fullbar here pours an uncommonly good ale. Aye, you won't be disappointed, sir. Just let me know and you'll be needing something. I'll do that, Fullbar. Thanks.
Hail, traveler.
I've been told you possess a certain fondness for recounting the tale of Peridus the Great. The name is Joey Fontalis, and it would appear my famous spreading. Yes, I do have a poem called Peridus the Great that I recite from time to time. Would you like to hear it? Yes, I would actually. Thank you. Peridus the Glorious, his stature quite impervious, aside a well-stood wandering, standing thus, without a hint of weariness. Standing full of watchfulness, eldritch sword in readiness, great defender Peridus would save us from the villainous. Bandits struck with heinousness, scales and hides and fearlessness, fear them not did Peridus, stepped forward in defense of us. Our caravan in exodus fled, the sights are dangerous, while great defender Peridus fought bandits who had ambushed us. The bandits were too numerous, they overwhelmed great Peridus, with wounds to end his mortalness, and knowing of their gustibus. He cast himself into darkness. He cast himself into darkness. A rousing tale indeed, Bard. Thank you. You are most welcome, sir. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Feel free to advertise my talents to friends and family. We bards need to earn a living, you know. Pass 5 gold pieces into his hand and walk away. Now then, Burnus.
Listen well to what I have to say.
You return. I hope you enjoyed the bard's tale. Intriguing, was it not? Can I assume your plan involves this Peridus fellow? The tale of Peridus the Great is well known in these parts, and his sword... Ah, now there was a weapon of awesome power indeed.
I say yes.
I suspect the sword, and whatever else poor Peridus took with him to his grave, might prove extremely lucrative if found. Help me locate Peridus's items, and we will split the take between us, with you getting first choice of whatever magic items we find. In case you're wondering, my name is Burnus Telrot. I was once an adventurer much like yourself, and now work towards securing a nest egg to ease myself into retirement. Will you aid me in recovering Peridus's treasure? Yes, Burnus, I will help you secure the lost treasure of Peridus. Splendid! You've made the right decision, friend. Your next step will involve a trip to the farmlands due west of Daggerford. Once there, you will find an old abandoned well. I believe it to be the same well mentioned in the bard's tale. I shall meet you there, and we will plan our next move. Make haste, friend, lest others beat us to the punch. Why can we not travel there together? It is best if we were not seen leaving town together. Many know of my predilection towards Paradis and his treasure. They might follow in our tracks and... well, you can discern the rest, I'm sure. I'll meet you at the well, Burnus, as soon as I am able. Reagan Bruingar.
Move along. I don't want any trouble.
This woman's manner is gruff and unfriendly. Very nice shield, though, I will say. Why do you think I'm here to start trouble?
You have the look of the road about you, complete with tousled hair and grimy boot soles. Due to the wild nature of the tradeway these days, that limits your occupation to one of two choices: mercenary or bandit.
Huh. And from my experience, mercenaries and bandits are differentiated only by their current choice of employer. How did you know that I'm a mercenary? Takes one to know one, friend. I've done some sword-for-hire work in the past. I know the look, strolling about town like a wide-eyed babe, asking lots of questions in hopes of finding a caravan in need of an escort, or a rich merchant in need of protection.
I'm called Reagan, and be forewarned that I've already surveyed the town for work, and found nothing to suit my skills. I'd move on to Waterdeep if Daggerford's town gates weren't locked up tight.
What are these skills of yours, Reagan?
I possess the only skill that matters, the ability to swing a blade like it was born to my hand. I'm also, well, rather strong, in case you hadn't noticed.
Though girded in full plate armor, Reagan moves with cat-like fluidity. I had noticed, and think your skills would be complementary to mine. Glad to have you on board, Reagan.
My pleasure. Now, is there anything you need of me before we begin our search for work?
Nothing at the moment. Okay, so you are a level 7 fighter. Fair enough. Cleave, great cleave, ooh, and you... longsword and greatsword, interesting.
Yes, what do you want? We would
Stop
do
and
better
talk.
to save our energy for battle, not waste it on needless conversation.
Why don't you wish to talk to me? Don't be offended, Jareth. I don't talk to anyone, it's just not my way. Talk is for performers and politicians, of which I am neither. Have you always been this way? No. That's it? Just no? Words are perilous. They can be bent, twisted, and turned back upon you. A sword does not bend in this way, so I put my faith in steel, not words. Now, if you have no further questions, I'd like us to resume our quest. Okay, then. So, we have a helm shield. It's just a +3 tower shield. Reagan's armor. Bonus to concentration, discipline, and fear. Okay. And Reagan's sword. +1 sword, keen, low yellow light, and divine damage against undead. Okay.
Yes.
If
what
I
do you
may.
want? Do
can
as
I-
you wish.
Okay, it's fair enough. It's interesting because it says that she is specialized in greatsword, but that's a longsword. Yeah. Her weapon is a longsword, but her feats have her with weapon-focused longsword and greatsword and weapon specialization in greatsword. That I find interesting. Alright. Demetria Landscraper.
Hello there, friend.
Hello there, friend. I don't think I've seen you in the Happy Cow before. Be sure to try Fullbar's Knee Cracker Cider. Comes highly recommended. And you are? Me? Oh, why, I'm Demetria, and I own the Happy Cow. Though Fullbar is really the owner in the practical sense. I just keep tabs on expenditures and whatnot. I know all the regulars here, and they all know me. There's an old saying about the Happy Cow. If you can't find a friend in this place, you're just not looking hard enough. Words to live by, my friend. And one of the best friends you're ever likely to make is right behind the bar. Fullbar knows more about this town than anyone, and that includes the militia. Buy yourself some knee cracker or one of his other special brews, and he'll tell you all you need to know about Daggerford. So why do they call it knee cracker cider? Because if you drink it down too fast, you'll end up on your knees, begging the gods for aid and swearing you'll never touch the stuff again. Oh, but don't take my word for it. If you desire something with a real wallop, the knee cracker will surely do the trick. Thanks, perhaps I'll go try some now. Let's see. Fullbar.
I greet you.
Fullbar hard cheese at your service, young master. Just tell me what you need and I'll get right on it. I'm new to town, Fullbar, and was hoping you might be able to answer a few questions. Drink up, friend. A tavern opener hears all kinds of things when people are in their cups. I might even be inclined to set the rumor mill a churning if you buy one of my special brews. And I suppose the more expensive the drink, the more forthcoming you'll be with the information, correct? Aye, you're a bright one, lad. So what'll it be then? Will you be ordering one of my special brews or sticking to the regular fare? So what are your special brews then? For beer, we've got Black Grog Ale, fresh in from Waterdeep, and some Bitterroot beer down from Candlekeep. If hard cider's more your thing, there's a local brew called Knee Cracker, which packs quite a wallop. We've also got a fine selection of wines, including some Goldathon Nectar, care of our elvish friends in the Weldath. Okay, I got some gold. I'll have a Black Grog Ale. You might be interested in knowing that our Captain Friedrich of the Militia and that mercenary captain, name of Dratharion, don't exactly see eye to eye. I'll have the Bitterroot. If you be thinking of hanging out with them high and mighty folk at the Chateau Elite, you'd best become good friends with the tailor. Only folk dressed the part of a noble get past the doorman. I'll the Knee Cracker. People are feeling very uneasy about the manner of Duke Greatshout's death. I mean, that fella could kill a wild boar with one hand tied behind his back. If you asked me, our Duke was... well, I'd best not even tell you what I think. I'll have the Nectar. Well, my sources about town tell me they've seen Harper folk strolling about. Anytime them Harpers are in town, something real bad's about to happen. You'll mark my words. I think I've drunk my limit.
A great you.
Do you rent rooms here? We're practically filled up, good master. These merchant caravans usually just stop off for a night or two on their way up to Waterdeep. But with the bandits on the tradeway, some of these folks have been camping out here for a better part of a week. Good for business, but bad for nice folks like yourself trying to find a place to bed down for the night. Lucky for you, a room just opened up after the lady staying there up and left without so much as a word. And a shifty character she was too. What was her name again? Nako, Nomoka... Anyhow, the room is free if you want it, just 4 gold pieces. Interested? Yeah, I'll take it. Very well, what else can I offer you? Let's go get the room. I kind of need a rest to get rid of what I lost. There we go. Ooh, an armoire. With 8 gold. Okay, what do we got in this room?
I cannot do that.
It seems I can't.
By the way, Reagan?
Yes, what do you want? Of course. I shall adjust my strategies according
Don't
to
help
your
me if I
wishes.
fail to open a locked door or chest. That's not your thing. Oh. There's a farmer in here.
Greetings.
Don't it seem strange that with all these new mercenaries in town, the bandit attacks have actually increased? Now that you mention it, it does seem a little bit odd. Also curious that this room won't open.
It seems I can't.
I wonder why. Okay, so, Farmer Rory.
Greetings.
Talk to Hevisar.
By the gods, you are truly a fine-looking hero. My name is Hevisar. Hevisar Dilpin, at your service.
Oh, why thank you.
I represent the farmers in the Sword and the lands around Daggerford. We are in need of your help, as true as the day is long.
Naturally, I will do what I can to assist you. Jareth Loreni, pleased to meet you. Excellent, and my thanks to you, Mr. Loreni. To business, then. As I said, I represent the farmers here in your area in an unofficial capacity, although I have their trust and their full agreement for pursuing this course of action. That's right, he speaks for us. We came to Daggerford to petition Frederick in the hope that he may send the militia to help us. Unfortunately, we have not been successful. Why won't Frederick help you? It is not that he is unwilling, rather the militia are all tied up with the caravan raids, and Matagar Bugo has pointedly refused Frederick to work on any other tasks. This Bugo sounds like he cares little for the country folk. I fear that you are correct in this.
We are suffering a terrible bout of cattle rustling. Animals are disappearing at an incredible rate, with not a sign of the abductors.
So unnatural is what it be, my lord. I ain't never seen nothing like it in all me days. Thank you. Yes, thank you, Goslow. In the sticks we learn to fend for ourselves. Why, I myself have several times beaten off a pack of hungry wolves intent on feasting, but this is beyond us, and we desperately need help. Naturally, I would be happy to help. A wise decision. I am concerned that the authorities might be neglecting their duties and feel we should try to help if we can.
Shantia be praised.
I will meet you at the Holdfast Inn in Liam's Hold at the earliest possible convenience. I will depart as soon as the Daggerford gates are opened. Come, let me mark the location on your map.
I have collected monies from the farmers around Daggerford, and we will naturally be able to reward you. Now, perhaps you would like to have a glass of cider by way of a celebration of our agreement?
Yes, please.
Here you go, then. Bottoms up, to the hero of the country folk.
And we got an elf song cider. I mean, it's a thing. I'm probably not gonna ever drink it, but it's a thing. I think that's everyone in here. So, we can leave now. Right then, let's keep looking around. We have large structure here. Griffin Mercenary Guard. What is this? Ah, this is the castle. Well, I don't think we need to go...
These griffins don't look too friendly as far as guards go. And I've had many a fleeting introduction to guards, I must confess.
I'm sure. But we're not going to go in there yet.
Daggerford Castle is showing its age. No doubt Matagop Hugo would raise it and build a larger, more impressive one.
I'm sure. Durval's Bright Blade. This sounds like a merchant. Let's see. Durval Iron Eater.
Yeah,
Greetings, good Sir Dwarf.
aye, me greetings to you, long legs. Ugh, but don't go taking no offense. 'Tis merely a friendly jest. You be welcomed by Durval's Bright Blade. Durval Iron Eater, at your service. You'll have to pardon me. I've been sweating like a pig in the pot, and I'm a wee bit whiffy.
Iron Eater? Is that not a little bit, painful? Iron Eater's me name, and Iron Eating being me... And Iron Eating being me game. Ha! Any orc sticks its head out, and I'll bite it clean off. Really? Nah, don't be silly. Your average orc's head be the size of a well-fed dwarf's belly, you know. That's a very interesting tattoo you have there, Durval. The colors are quite unique.
Aye, glad you noticed. The way of mixing the metals with the ink be the closest we Iron Eaters have to a family secret.
They say it was one of the great 8 wonders of Illifarn. The way of making metal flow like water when it was still cool.
Illifarn?
Hush up now with your girly appin, Vitey. A dwarf's head belongs on the ground, nor up in the sky. That be my baron, Vitey. She's a good and true, but she don't have to take after her ma with all this yearning after past glories.
Interesting. Vati scowls, a no doubt pointless protest left hanging on her lips. Say, I don't suppose you can make me a tattoo like that, could you? I'm a smith, not a tattooist, you knucklehead. I just mixed the ink for the thing. You'll be needing a proper artist for that kind of work, and I can tell you that there ain't none to be found in Daggerford. It's not totally useless, though, this particular skill. In fact, there'll be another use I'm reckoning you'll like a lot more. Durval strokes his beard mischievously. Go on. Aye, well, it'd be a great use in the manufacture and construction of certain superior weapons if you be getting my drift. By the look of your hands, you've yet to do a day's hard graft in your life, so I'm not expecting you to understand the complexities of the thing. You're such a kidder. Don't rise to it is my advice, I can't help myself. What I'm saying is that I can offer you a little more than the standard selection of weapons. I have a few specials I put together laying around the store here, but if you happen to come across any broken bounty, then I might be able to help you stick it all back together again. Well, that does sound interesting.
Yep, just give me a nod if you come across anything interesting then.
I'll do that. Can I see your stock then?
Aye, about time we quit yapping and got to the golden stuff.
So let's see. Flames Forge. A regular tower shield with fire resistance. Interesting, but I can pass. I'd rather have the tower shield I have. Okay, regular shields. You can get up to +4, which is nice. Armor is armor. Some better armor would be nice, but I can't really afford it. Oh, wow. He goes All the way to +5. That's impressive. Lord's Command. It's only a +1 half plate. Strength bonus. Fairly good overall, though, I will say. Then we've got the weapons. Which, I mean, they're weapons. You can get up to +3, it seems. At least for long swords. Okay, not bad. Not much in the potions. Nothing of note in there, and nothing of note here. Oh, I forgot to put this in, there. Vati, you have anything to say?
Hello there, friend. You must be talking to my paw if you want to buy something.
Actually, I wanted to ask you about Illifarn.
Shh! Don't say that too loud. Listen, I can't really talk about that now, but go take a look in the library. There's a book that should tell you enough about it in there.
Okay, I will go and take a look at this book.
Do that.
Right. Find a book in the library. That sounds interesting. Let's see. This is Sorcerer's Encapsulate. Okay. Mage things. Fair enough. Let's take a look. Wow. Rylet McGinn.
Well met.
Yes? Did you need something, sir? I'm afraid I'm rather busy at the moment. This pale, sickly-looking fellow has a glassy stare of one whose mind is overburdened with mundane tasks. His eyes drift aimlessly about the stack of books and papers thrown haphazardly about his desk. I don't mean to be a bother, I was just curious about the nature of this establishment. Yes, well, this is a sorcerer's encapsulate, of course, where those with arcane knowledge come and study their art without disturbance from the outside world, though I dare say such disturbances still occur from time to time. He gives you an exasperated look and begins tapping his toe on the ground in a staccato fashion. Is this school of yours strictly for magic users? Strictly and unequivocally, although you are free to use the library on the lower floor. Now, if you will excuse me, I have some important administrative matters to attend to. His eyes return to the stack of papers and tomes that litter his desk. Though I lack knowledge in the arcane, I wish to study here. Of course you do, child, but rules are rules. This is a school for those able to wield arcane power, not for muscle-headed sword arms with delusions of grandeur. I mean no offense, of course. Now, if you please, I believe this discussion is over. These last words are spoken with the finality of a judge's hammer striking a gavel. Can I not simply browse some of your historical tomes? None of the arcane tomes, but you are free to use the library on the lower floor. Is that a good enough answer for you, sir? Perhaps I should summon the authorities. I shall leave you to your studies, then. Delphin Yellowknife.
Greetings.
Greetings to you, sir, and welcome to the Sorcerer's Encapsulate. Please excuse me if I seem a bit out of sorts. My name is Delphin, and I've, well, lost a good friend of mine, and it's put me in a rather black mood, I'm sorry to say. The wizard's eyes well up with tears. Perhaps I can help you search for your friend? No, I'm sorry, I wouldn't have the slightest inkling where to start looking. I'm sorry you lost your friend, Delphin. I'm sure he'll turn up soon.
Greetings.
Well, I'll keep a lookout for this friend of yours and report back to you if something turns up. Interesting.
It seems I can't.
Okay, that door's no good, but we can go down to the library. We have been told to.
Achoo! Is it dusty in here, or is it just achoo, me?
Hello there, scribe.
Greetings and well met.
Welcome to the Sorcerer's Library. Here you will find a wealth of knowledge on all manner of worthwhile topics. Please feel free to browse any of the books we have here. So what sort of books do you carry here? Our collection is extensive, so much so that I cannot recount to you all of our library's contents. However, I can recommend a few of my own personal favorites. For example, you'd be wise to start with the history of Daggerford, which describes how our town got its name. Also, if you are new to this part of Faerun, might I recommend Tradeway travel stops, which highlight sites along the stretch of the Tradeway. And last, but by no means least, I urge you to read the story of Daggerford's archenemy, the dread devil Gorgamors. It serves as our library's centerpiece and is contained within its original binding. A fine collection, librarian. Thank you for your assistance. Alright, let's see what we can find. Ooh, a scroll. Hey, scrolls I can sell. History of Daggerford, the ruins of Illisk. I don't know if that's the one we're looking for. Probably not. Charm person or animal.
Hail, traveler.
Ilfarn, that's the one we're looking for. Hear ye all my tale of woe about the land called Ilfarn, which bordered on the elven lands and sheltered all from pain and harm. Welcoming was the elven lord, and gracious was his lady fair, with gates set wide to visiting kings and pleasantries exchanged without a care. Then came humans on shining mounts to hoe and farm the blackened soil. Met kindly by elves and dwarves alike, they reaped the bounty of endless toil. But kinship was lost to orcish hordes come down from the north with axe and shield, who destroyed the ranks of elves and dwarves and slew all humans too brave to yield. Now but a shadow of its former glory, wondrous Ilfarn has fallen away, but lest ye lose hope of great Ilfarn's revival, know that we dwarves will yet have our day. I see. Let's see, and here we have Beware the Lizard Marsh. Another expeditionary tale of infamous sword coast locales. That's a long one. I think I'll pass for now. Here we have the Trade of Blades in Port Last. Those don't matter. We've got Tradeway travel stops. Okay, I'm not going to read through that one now. Got book piles in here. Please, shit. There we go. Got stuck for a sec there. So some book piles here. The time of troubles, that doesn't matter. And we have Gorgamors, Daggerford's Devil. This, I have a feeling, is going to be important. Gorgamors, Daggerford's Devil. I lay down these words, pen to paper, so it shall be remembered how these events have come to pass. The devil defeated almost all who stood against him as they fled from his fearful presence before they could even draw steel. Only the Duke resisted and bested the infernal creature. Even now the mourners robed in white fill the streets of Daggerford. Edwin Daggerford is dead, his wounds too grave and vile, but by his sacrifice we all have survived. Cold these past winter nights have been, chilling us in the days preceding the beast. The moon hung red, reflecting off the snow, portending the evil to come as if blood had covered the land. The Duke of Daggerford brooded heavily in those days. He sat in council by day, distracted and troubled by night, his sleep interrupted by dark dreams of fear for the life of his new son and young wife. The beast came upon us as a breaking storm, surrounded by a host of the damned, its malicious purpose unknown. The farms bordering Daggerford fell in a swath of blood. No living creature was spared the wrath of the flaming sword the beast carried. The screams of the dying came as a clarion call to arms. Brave guards at the town gate stood fast against the beast, but all were felled. The great wall around Daggerford was breached. The beast had come. The Duke stood brave at the head of his valorous knights within the gates to the keep, as the devil declared himself. I am Gorgamors, eater of hearts and defiler of nations. I am here to kill you, young Duke, you and yours. And with those foul words the devil sprung forth through the open gate to the keep to slay the Duke and his honor guard. But the Duke's trap had been sprung. By the cutting of a rope, the waiting portcullis crashed down upon the beast, trapping it beneath. The Duke and his soldiers then rushed to defeat the creature as it thrashed to release itself, with the Duke himself leading the charge, plunging his sword deep into the devil's heart amidst scorching breaths of fire. Daggerford's defenders were quicker, and Gorgamors was ultimately vanquished, swearing with his dying breath his revenge on the Duke and his line. Woeful is the victory that comes at a price so dear. The Duke, mortally wounded in the battle, was carried forth victoriously through the city streets of Daggerford. Let it be known that Duke Edwin Daggerford has banished the devil Gorgamors to whence it came. Long live the Duke, Hilgrath the Scribe. Why do I have a feeling that that Gorgamors is the one behind everything and the reason everything is happening, and we're going to end up having to fight and kill him again. I honestly would not be surprised. Okay, this episode will go a few minutes longer, but I feel like we should just, like, talk to this girl about what we found before we continue on. Veti!
Hello there, friend. You must be...
Wanted to talk to you about Illifarn.
Do that.
Okay, so that's basically all. Okay, so we can't say anything to her. In that case, well, first I'm gonna go ahead and sell. Oh, Ilfarn, Derval, I want to talk to you about Ilfarn.
Look, I don't know what you're talking about with all this Illifern nonsense, eh? It just be one of IT's tall stories. You get me?
I know Ilfarn existed, Derval. I read about it in the library. Yeah, and you ain't never read a book with a lie in it? Father, please. Veti, I'll thank you to keep out of this, girl. You can see you don't want to talk about it. I ain't got time to be gabbering nonsense with you, lad. There'll be an order o' mail for the town guard to be finished, and that ain't the half of it. What if I'm holding the book?
Yeah. Look, I don't...
Okay, found something I'd like you to take a look at.
Let's be spreading things out on me anvil here, then. As a sheep laid down and tied between your ears, you bucklebones. There's nothing here but a steaming pile of useless junk. Ah, I'll be here if you do ever manage to find something.
Alright, fine. And let me just sell you these 2 scrolls. Like, yes, I can cast them, but I'm never gonna use them. And drop the book down here. And with that, I am gonna go ahead and end this episode here. Next episode, we'll see about taking a look at the northern section of Daggerford and see what we can find up there. This should be interesting. But that'll be in the next episode. So until then, I am Chester44. I'll send in his fly. That is Jareth Lorani, Perfbin, and Reagan. This has been a Let's Play of Neverwinter Nights, Darkness over Daggerford. And I shall see you all next time.